Chile is here. So, hi everyone. My name is Rodrigo Calderon, president at the Lean Institute Chile, and I want to introduce Cristian Compagnon, operation and logistics manager at Derco Chile. Hi, Cristian.
Hi,
So,
Rodrigo.
hi. So, Derco is a company that distributes different kind of cards of different brand in Chile, and he is number one in the sector. No, Christian? Yes.
Yes,
So
cross
Derco
important.
2 is an icon company for us in the Lean Institute Chile because we have the possibility of practice the lean transformation framework with a very good result in the processes, but most importantly, with a very good result in the involvement of people, develop capability, and change in the way of thinking. Always thinking about the client, always thinking about the eliminate waste, always thinking about the PDCA, and all of this they're implementing in different area and different countries. So, Christian Compagnon, go ahead.
Thank you, Rodrigo. So, um, I'll represent you, Derco. Derco is a Chilean company founded 60 years ago. We import and commercialize cars, machinery, and spare parts in Chile, Bolivia, Colombia, and Peru. We have 400 different contact points for our customers to connect with us. Our purpose is to accompany people and business in motion and to help them get to the place where they want to be. So we start this lean journey on 2017 with Rodrigo and the Lean Institute team. And at start, we focused on how to do in continuous improvement in specific situations. Uh, as we learned and experimented with the work, we saw two very distinct paths. The first one is to apply lean tools to find results, or the second one, which is to improve people leadership capabilities. At this point, we ask ourselves how to best do this. What were the people motivations to improve? What were the concerns about our leaders? And I think the most important is why should we change our way of working as an already successfully company? So in the beginning, our continuous improvement program were all on a voluntary basis with leaders who want to change. So after 2 or 3 years of this journey, we developed a continuous improvement system based on the lean transformation framework. That is a flexible model. It can be applied to a single team or an entire company. There are 5 dimensions we need to assess and understand. At the top, we have the situational approach, the purpose of our work. This, for example, can be a strategic goal for a team. The essential question here is, what is the problem we need to solve now? The answer to this question focuses the team and aligns the improvement effort with one goal in sight. This is a recursive pattern. You can have a big model with strategic goals for the country and then subdivide it for each part of the organization. On the left side, you have the process improve, connect with the value, understand the process, stabilize operations, and improve and innovate. For this part, we inspired us on the book from Art Smiley, 4 Types of Problems. On the right, you see capabilities of people. The people understand customer value, how are the capabilities in PDCA, how they take decisions, they are fact bases or just by opinions. So at the center, there's the management system. For the management system is what people do, what leaders do. We also learned that it's very important to see process KPI in the management system instead of result KPI. So for each team or organization, we assess all these elements to get a clear idea about the current state of management.
Good, Christian. An interesting point to share is that Derco started their transformation from the human resource area,
Yes.
specific in a payroll process. And the objective was to show the organization the following point. One, the problem are present in all area, not all in productive area. Uh, Second
Indeed.
point is what are very gratifying for the whole team to solve the problem through the developed capability of the people. And LTS model generate a change in the way of thinking on this team. So using this LTF model, Derco can generate different learning that Christian shared with us.
Mm. Yes, it's a very powerful model because it helps us to see the work in a different way. It's not like a rigid way of look of see tools like uh, first step, second step, third step. It's like a, a framework. It's
It's a
very good.
framework.
Mm. So we will share our learnings in five big learnings. Uh, the The first one is little gaps versus great objectives. This means you can focus on problems that allows you to experiment with the work instead of following long annual terms budget objectives. The second learning is Gamba instead of result focused management. Gemba is a word that represents the place where value is generated. Leadership will have very specific database and facts instead of assessing the current state of the process through PowerPoints or spreadsheets. Is go to the Gemba. The third learning is develop people instead of find superheroes. Uh, Here we develop people's ability to identify waste and solve problems autonomously. This improves the core competence within the organization instead of finding some superheroes to come here and do everything right. The fourth learning is daily management instead of ledger monthly management. Uh, the teams get together in daily 15-minute meetings to identify and correct problems. In this way, learning happens much faster than with a rigid schedule of long meetings to discuss opinions. And in the fifth learning, we have create culture instead of design culture. And we do this through leadership. Leadership should guide and teach their teams to solve problems instead of creating plans to modify specific behaviors. So we want to show you the first example. This example is from Peru, and it's for gaps versus great objectives. This is the Hochin Country of Peru of 2018 or 19. The Hochin Country is a process of strategic alignment. It connects strategic goals with the work of the people in the Gamba. It starts with conversation on an executive level where goals are aligned, so all the efforts of the organization follow one direction. As you can see in the picture on the left, you see the general manager with the executive committee having conversation about how to conduct all the country. After this alignment, there's a top-down work to align strategic KPIs to process KPI. So in this way, team can exactly know what they need to improve. And then you have it in the second in the left, all the teams gathering and aligning their plans to have a clear understanding of what to do and what not to do in the year. So the information flows goes bottom up from the Gamba, which in turn create a support structure for the people in the Gamba. In this particular tell
So
me, Rodrigo.
Christian, sorry, but I remember the process coaching country put alive to the strategy. You know,
Strategy.
imagine almost 100 people practice the A3 process to solve the strategic problem, the true north, at different level in different area. So this was a very strong process to alignment the people and the effort to the improvement of the company.
Yes, yes. In this particular case, Rodrigo, the goal was to improve the return on assets. So the focus was to reduce lead time and decrease working capital, with the result of liberating $70 million in 3 years. And we have here an 18% improve in returns on equity. And here, mapping the value stream to find waste and understand the flow complexity were two key elements to have a good strategy. So the next example is Gamba. This example is from Bolivia. Here you can see at the left picture the general manager with the executive committee who traveled to La Paz to encourage improving the customer service. Here the team leader learned to manage his team by having conversations and also invite them to improve their workplace with 5S. You can see it right, the workflow before the 5S implementation, and down after the 5S implementation. Each mechanic takes a brand to do and implement his workstation. So they improve the flow through 5S and daily management, and as a result, they generate more revenue and improve customer satisfaction by 58 points. This also improves a lot the motivation of the team.
Okay, Christian, I remember how the Gamba began to be more and more important in Derco. I remember in the first step, manager went to the Gamba to connect to the process and learn. So after that, the Gamba was important to help people to solve the problem. So after that, the Gemba was a very important part in the standard leadership to formalize the involvement of leader in a daily management, 5S, and problem-solving process. So the Gemba was growing in Derco.
Yes, yes. The third learning is develop people. And this example is from Chile, from this year. Due to post-pandemic logistics, we had a large number of backed up orders of our customer waiting for their cars. We had like 17,000 orders in queue, and a lot of cars arriving in the port. So we need to get flow in the plant. And also in the same time, we faced a significant labor shortage. So what could we do? We focus on the process and the people, and we change individual incentive to team effort, so mechanics can share their knowledge and experiment with the work. There you can see at the left, mechanics organize them to work the cars, one mechanic for car, and when we change the incentives, we start to see that they start to share knowledge between them. So they start to organize in teams, and that generates a 60% improvement on mechanician productivity. We also provide help and support to reduce waiting times. And here you can see a little library so people can learn in their own way lean thinking. In what we can say for this example, and when you trust people and you give people autonomy and you trust in the competencies, you have a big team motivation and a big improvement of productivity toward one goal. So next learning, the fourth learning, is also from Chile. Is from the same case of post-pandemic logistics, and this is daily management. And here we develop the team autonomy. Leaders here are supportive and guides in the process of eliminating waste. In the picture, you can see different meetings. People are standing in a circle. This unifies the team. Everybody's on the same level. The fact that workers are standing and not sitting inspires more active participation and encourage direct action. When problems appear and can be solved by the team, management has to remove obstacles that prevents a solution. Here it's very important that there's these different levels that they are connected by different daily management meetings, from the general manager to the mechanics. So when we have problems on the Gamba, problems can go up, so we have a more efficient help. The results of this work was we doubled the car preparation amount in 5 months.
Okay, Christian, I remember this was not easy process because during daily management creation process we had for example a lot of discussions about the best KPI to use in order to make sense for the teams in the floor and with the strategy. After that, design the PDCA board to work every day and use this board every day to make visible the problem. It's not easy. And for that, you remember the leader was important to lead with example and show this process is important to the team, to the boss, to the leader, and to the company. So the behavior leader in this case was very important to go with the daily management board.
Yes, it's very important, Rodrigo, that leadership and the team can take continuous improvement as their own work. We in Derco we don't have standardized panels. Each team do his own panel, and what is also very important for this example is that the team already had an experience with 5S, with standards, with daily management. We took we doubled the production with a team that had already a lot of competence in continuous improvement. It was just not like we doubled the production in 5 months. This is very important because the team has already the habit of do daily management.
Correct.
And our fifth learning is from my personal experience in Colombia. I was a logistic manager for 3 years. And this is an example for creating culture. When I arrived to Colombia, I started guiding the team to problem solve on the Gamba and to conduct daily meetings. I also accompany them to know their process in detail and to experiment with their work. Not doing this meant that that the people would be afraid to make mistakes. And so I emphasize on the simplicity of the application and that simple is better. However, simple doesn't mean that it's easier. In fact, if it seems very complicated, you miss the point. The fact that people don't have fear to experiment in a safe condition of work, create a virtuous cycle of learning. And you add also sharing knowledge. We did monthly meetings of 1 hour, so all people can share the standards. The people blossom. So that's why it's very important that leaders accompany the team and spend time with the team and spend time giving some safe conditions so we can do mistakes and there's no big impact. So and the result of this was we have 75% promotions in the team on 3 years.
Wow.
Three-fourths of the team was have a different kind of work. So in our experience, developing people bring results, and these are some results when we applied a transformation model, and this was what we expect from all our implementations. We have productivity increase above 50%, 30% increase in customer satisfaction rates, and 25% increase on employee satisfaction. These numbers speak for themselves. And what are our next steps? We have a lot of learning to do. The first is to gain scale to transversal approach by best practices. It's like we can share the knowledge from each country to other countries. Also see the value stream from supplier to customer so we can break divisions. Stop looking the continuous improvement as a top-down with silos, but to put in service of flow, customer flow, and improve alignment with a regional management system, and work on initiatives that improve sustainability to promote a process-based culture. And I want to thank all the people at Derco for your commitment to continuous learning and improvement. This is a challenging to do job because it requires self-reflection and passion for learning. And also a special thanks to all our listeners today.
Thank you very much, Christian. As only add some comment. You remember Derco started the lean transformation in 2017 in the human resource area and solved an important problem in this area. But after that, solving other problem in other area, then Derco incorporate the lean thinking from the strategy, coaching country. So it's a step by step, a little step. So in parallel, Derco today develop an internal team for continuous improvement that allow them to be autonomous. So thank you very much, Christian Compagnon. Okay. It's time to the question. The first question from Andrea. Can you elaborate, please, on the create culture versus design culture?
This is a great question.
Go, Christian.
It's like in the base on the lean transformation framework. Like, do you do or you think? What's the first? You start doing or you start thinking to do? When you design culture, you create some behaviors that you should see from your managers, and you implement plans to some kind of learnings or courses, so the leaders can behave in that way. What we say when we say create culture is that leaders should create a lean thinking in their teams by practice. And
yes,
and when we say create a lean thinking is to accompany the team, so the team understand the gap between the standard and the current state, understand how to do a PDCA, like the people understand that this is a way when the team learn, the team can improve their process very quickly. So you have a buy-in that start creating, but it's based on the thinking. So the leader accompany the team, so the team can do in safe conditions. And when the team start doing, it start changing the thinking. And when you change the thinking, you change the culture. So
Yes, yeah, it's about the learning by doing, huh? No, take a training and it's okay. No, it's not take a training. It's about learning by doing. What is the problem we need to solve? So very, very, very nice, very good. So other question. Ryan, how did you handle resistance to change?
it's like questions like al hueso, como digo in Spanish.
In Spanish.
We have here. It's what's not easy to assess the resistance of change of the leaders, and as we understand continuous improvement as a learning from the teams must learn. Leaders that didn't understand that and continues to think that they have the reason, they know what to do and tell the people what to do, we have changed them. Mudanza, como dice el profesor Ferro.
Correct. So, again, question: what are the leadership behaviors in Derco today?
We had a lot of road to do. We are not all managers are transformed, but when you see transformed managers, you see managers that goes to the Gamba to see what's happening. They understand the problem of their customers. They talk about root causes, about the understanding, about the analysis. I think that's the main changes on the leadership behavior.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mauricio Galvez, other question. From your perspective, how do you evaluate the penetration of lean mindset and practices in Chilean company?
I think you can better answer this question, Rodrigo.
Okay. So maybe in Chilean company almost have a traditional company, but when the company understand what is the problem that they try to solve and use the lean thinking to solve the real problem, the penetrate is good. So it's not only about I am here, I implementing lean. So this is not about lean. This is about what is the problem the team trying to solve, and when the team see the problem is okay, believe. So this is a way.
Hello, Rodrigo, Christian.
Hello.
So guys,
Hello.
Unfortunately the time is up. So thank you, Derco. Great story.
Thank you.
Everybody who wants to know more about Derco can meet them on the reception area. You can go there. You can contact them. So thank you again, guys. Bye, Chile.
Bye.
Bye.